SAP modules, right?
Yep.
Okay, fine. And how, what is your total experience?
1.5 year.
Total idea, 1.5 year.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Yeah, friend. We can go ahead. Yeah, friend.
Hello. Vijay, I think Frank is in offline.
Oh, okay. Okay. This is- But I think he is something like that. Hello, Frank. You there?
Yeah, can you hear me? I lost you. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah, I lost your contact. Got a meeting, cut me off.
Oh, okay. So actually, I just want to understand your background and what is your expectation from this training, so that we can go ahead discussion accordingly.
Okay, let me see whether I can reconnect again to go to meeting. It just says no.
Okay. So you cannot hear me?
I can hear you a bit now.
Oh, okay.
So, how often do you guys hold this demo version of your training?
Hello. Yeah.
Venkat? Vijay?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, Frank, please give a brief introduction about you.
Okay.
Your friend?
Yeah.
So can you tell us something about you and what is your expectation from this course?
You want me to tell you something about myself?
Yeah.
Well, just an SAP ABAP developer. I just want to start doing a lot of HR programming, and I wanted to start off with SAP ESSMSS.
Okay. How long you have been working in SAP ABAP HR?
5 years.
Okay. Good. Okay. Let me brief about myself.
5 years.
So I have around 6.7 years of experience in SAP HR, and I am SAP ABAP certified. I am basically techno-functional consultant and started my career as an ABAP HR consultant and quickly moved into the SAP SCM consultant. I did 3 implementation, 3 support projects, and 1 upgrade project.
Okay.
I worked with US, UK, and domestic client as well. So I have worked almost all country, almost most of the countries people. So This is all about me, and I used to give the trainings on ESS, MSS, SCM, as well as on ABAP HR.
Okay, so you've done a lot of SAP.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, you've done a lot of SAP at ABAP development.
Yeah. Actually, my certification is in ABAP only.
Okay. And have you done quite a lot on WebGen Pro?
Yeah, I done WebGen Pro as well. Okay. So, fine. So, in that case, like Frank, you is very much into the SCM side, and you have already clear idea about the WebGen Pro, and you just want to make yourself as a techno-functional consultant, and that is why you came into this. You decided this particular training. So that is really too good for you, because you are already in a place where you are already in somehow day-to-day activity. You are using ESS, MSS, or linked with developing some views for that. So it's better for you to be an ESS, MSS. And from the Srikanth, like, you are already aware about the processes, EREX, and some other SAP modules, but I can say you are very new into SAP and you want to learn and then quickly move into the EREX. Now, first point at this stage, I would like to clear you that in this particular course, ESS, MSS, EREC module is not particularly integrated, because there is an individual course, separate course for e-recruitment. But yes, this is the base course for EREC, because to implement an EREC, you should have knowledge of ESS, MSS. That is like prerequisite to do anything in SAP EREC module. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So, from the future perspective, ESS, MSS is very much in demand. It will be in demand. And EREC, I can tell you, this will be in huge demand. And currently, there are very less number of EREC consultants available in the market, and they are found on the finger as well, I can tell you. So if you will learn EREC, then definitely you will be like on very high demand. Now, to be a good ESS, MSS consultant, you should have three major understandings. One is, you should be aware about the functional, SCM functional. You should be aware about the ABAP, and you should be aware about the payroll, about the portal. So if you aware
what
about
was the third one?
Pardon?
What was the third one?
Portal, EP.
Okay, for the portal. Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So if for a good ESS, MSS consultant, that will be the great combination. That is the best combination which a person can have to be a good ESS, MSS consultant. So Frank, it's very good for you, because you already worked in ABAP HR for more than 5 years. So you have already a bit and pieces information about the SAP SCM functional side. You are well aware about the ABAP side. Now you have to learn a bit about EP and ESS, MSS, and it's quite easy for you to understand the ESS, MSS process and to work on those. Like, as my profile is almost the same like you, it was, and I had a BAP background, I had SAP HCM background, and later on I learned bit about EP and ESS MSS, and I am I can work very easily on ESS MSS scenarios in comparison to other HCM consultant which moves into the ESS MSS, because I know about WebDem Pro, I know about NWDI, I know the backend systems, how it's linked, so that is quite easy. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine.
So,
and yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, Srikanth, for you, first of all, we have to make some background, like what is SAP and why SAP is more in demand right now, and why they have come up with ESS MSS. They are the versions, and on which particular version we are currently. I don't know on which version we will get trained on, but yes, we will find out that also. So, Srikanth, do you have SAP System Access?
Which one?
Right now I don't have, but I had earlier. I will be getting it in a couple of months. I guess next month I will be getting that.
Okay. So, in general, ESS MSS implementation projects, usually 4 people involved. One is HCM functional consultant, another is a BAP developer or portal developer. The third is portal consultant, who is like system admin and working as a portal EP guy who design all the portal configurations and everything. And the fourth is basis consultant to require the basis related activity. So, as an ESS MSS consultant, our major role is like we have to do configurations at the backend in SAP R3, which will reflect the changes into the portal. So, as an ESS MSS consultant, basic ESS MSS consultant, we should be aware about the HCM R3 backend configuration and how R3 backend ESS MSS configuration is taken place and how that will reflect into the system. So, this course, our course is totally comprises in keeping in mind that we are already a bit aware about HCM configuration, and we will learn in this course that how we can do the configuration at SAP R3 backend system for the ESS MSS, how we will design the role, how we will configure the role for the ESS user, what all the authorization would require, what all the basic configuration require for this ESS MSS. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so basically ESS MSS is like it's like you have seen a lot of web pages in your current company. There are few intranet pages where you can enter your personal information, and based on that you can search out to anybody. Based on that you can update your address, you can update your phone number and other details. You can update your pics. So basically the major benefit to have ESS MSS, and SAP has come up with portal thing, is that because if earlier to work on SAP or as a core user for SAP, to access SAP system, it is mandatory that you should have SAP GUI on your system.
What should I have
So,
in SAP BI?
yeah, SAP GUI. At least you should have SAP GUI and you can connect then to the server. So every time, like when somebody is trying to use to SAP, so they should have SAP GUI and then only they can go and do anything into the SAP.
Okay.
But with the help of ESS MSS, this is the major benefit. With the help of ESS MSS, they have come up that we can virtually link with the SAP, so there is no need that somebody should install SAP GUI and then only he can work on SAP. There is a web page. It's just like a normal website which we can open in our web pages. So as we open Gmail, Google, in the same way it's like a website which we will publish, and then so that website you can log in with your ID and password, which is as like works like a dialog user, and that deals with your SAP system. So with the help of ESS MSS, it's not required that everybody who will be using ESS MSS application should have SAP GUI access. Should have SAP GUI installed into their system. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the major benefit why SAP has come up with the ESS MSS. So this is like web-enabled tool where we can display, create our whole HR related data onto the EP. There are different services where under which head we categorize and display our services. Okay. This is like just an overview, like how ESS MSS fits in the business. So in day-to-day activities, there are a lot of activities which is happening into the SCM system, which required lot of integration and approval processes. So let's say there are the management reports which they want. So for that they can just log into the MSS, and with respect to that they can click on particular report that, let's say, I want to display what is the head count in current year. So they can go on this, click on there and give the selection criteria. Okay, head count for this org unit, head count for this particular company, head count for this geographical unit in India, and based on that they can get the reports. In the same way, if an employee is trying to apply a leave, so once you apply a leave, that is gone to your supervisor. Okay, this person has applied leave. Now it's up to you whether you want to give the permission or not, based on the availability. There are two things in that time. Okay, you have leave quota, but still I have to check whether in the team I can give you the leave at that time, because the chance that more than ESS and MSS scenarios. There is what, like SAP said, yeah, Frank, tell me.
Huh? No, I wasn't hearing you, so I'm fine now.
Okay.
Are you gone?
Okay. Yeah. So SAP has main philosophy like ESS means like employee self-service, and they said that instead of doing anything for anyone, why don't everybody do their own work? Because most of the time company has some kind of data operator which is like entering the information of the employee into the system, and then your system process rest of the application. So SAP said that with the ESS, this phenomena has come up that let the employee do their own work. With the help of this, you can reduce the time, you can reduce the HR person's load, because like if you want to change the address, if you want to change your name, in that case you have to write into the paper or write the email to the HR will approve, and then rest of the things will happen. But here in that case it will take time. So, and there are the chances that okay, HR has approved, now that name that name will go to the HR admin or the data operator, which will enter your name. Maybe he can misspell your name. So all those data inconsistency chances will reduce with the help of ESS. An employee can enter their own data themselves, so there is less error, there is more consistent data, and the process becomes much faster than at any other scenario. And with the help of this, we can share the load, we reduce the load from the HR people as well. So there are few benefits. The same, with the help of ESS, we can increase the productivity, data accuracy increase, we can save the time, we can save the cost. Employee satisfaction increases because whatever is coming up, that is employee is doing. So employee is directly updating the master data into the R3 backend system. He goes and changes his pick, which is already stored into the R3 system. Okay, SAP backend system. So basically on ESS version, I would like to talk about version right now here. So currently, Frank, on which version you are working on SAP?
6.0.
Okay. So Srikanth, like the current version, latest version is available in the market, which is ECC 6.0, and there are a few other versions, but SAP is not supporting right now those. So from the ESS perspective, we should have ECC 6.0 for the current version, EHP, and there is enhancement pack 4. There are a lot of difference between the enhancement pack 2 and enhancement pack 4. So in enhancement pack 2, all the application which is shown into the ESS, those are built in some different technology. Those backend programming is done on BSP, business server phases, but in EHP4 most of the things is moved into the WebDim Pro. So 90% they have come up with the WebDim Pro, Java WebDim Pro and ABAP WebDim Pro. So all the applications are WebDim Pro, which is quite smooth, easy to configure, easy to customize, and easy to handle. And with the processing wise, they are much faster than previous systems. So every time, every few days, every few years, like after the span of 1 or 2 years, SAP has come up with the new versions like Windows SP, Windows 7, Windows 98. So in the same way, SAP has come up with their version, and we have to upgrade to run the businesses smoothly and enhance the existing applications. Okay, and
which
in
upgrades?
our course, I will check with yeah, Frank, go ahead.
No, I was wondering which upgrades are you recommending?
Okay, from the recommendation point of view, I would recommend it that we will do on ECC 6.0 with EHP4,
Okay.
Enhancement Pack 4. I will check with Venki what kind of environment they will provide us for the training. So we will check it out and let you know. Like I believe it should be ECC 6 with EHP4. Okay, which is the latest one.
Okay. So how is the access? How is the access to the server? How is it going to be? Are we going to be using some kind of direct access from my own PC? Or how do you guys do it? VPN or what?
Yeah, I think in that case, Venki put some light on this, because what I believe, they will provide some sort of
I will tell them after that, okay?
access with the based on the role assigned to you.
Mhm.
So you will have SAP R3 access, you will have ESS user access to the system. Now for the configuration perspective, we will try to give you the ESS portal admin and system admin. I need to check it out with Venki. And if Venki, do you have any idea?
I will tell them after.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Srikant, have you are you with me, or I'm going too fast or anything?
No, not a problem. It's not a problem.
Okay. Okay, so I quickly going into the demo, and then I just now quickly wrap it up the things and let you know like what all the things we will cover into our training, so that you can have the idea like what we are going to learn from the training. Okay.
How long is the training?
The training duration would be 30 hours. So that's, it's up to you that you want 1 hour per day, or if you can share more than 1 hour per day. But the training duration is 30 hours, so you can let's say we have 1 hour per day, so somewhere around 30 days. Okay. And in this training we have we will discuss about the services which is available for ESS. So we will discuss the personal information service, we will discuss the time management related services, how to generate the leave details, leave apply, salary related services, payment service, like what all the payment has done, payslip generation, time statement generation, how to find it out a person into the system, how to change the address, how can we change the bank detail from the ESS, how can we do time clock in clock out or regularize our time clock in clock out if implemented into the system. Okay, this is like ESS screen, one of the previous project where I have implemented. So this is how ESS screen looks like, and here you can log in with your ESS user ID and password, and then you will find the services. So this is one kind of service: employee search, then personal information, benefit and payment, working time. Majorly we will look these services and learn what is the configuration required to configure this service, for this service, for this service, and for this service, and what all we can do in these services. This is just like to give you the idea like how the personal information service looks like. So there you can change your address, you can attach your pic, and you can update so your personal information. So okay, this is like the backend overview to like what all the systems involved while running one single ESS application. So WebDim Pro, R3, web application server, and internet browser. All these four things mixed together and generate one ESS application. And that is why I told you that at least three things in knowledge would require to be a good ESS consultant. So we should have understanding of PP, we should have understanding of ABAP, we should have understanding of R3 HR configuration. So basically in this course we will discuss about payment service, personal information service, time management service. For business trip, travel management should be implemented. So I am not sure whether we can show this or not. We can show the training and qualification related services and payment and benefit related services. So this is all about we will learn in our during the 30-hour training sessions. Yeah, any questions? Any one of you, or any doubt or anything you want to know, like how the training would be happen or something related to the training?
So, do we have access to the portals as well apart from the backend and R3 system? Because as ESS MSS is completely portal based one.
Definitely, we will try to provide you the portal access, because so that you can understand. If I will get the portal access, then definitely I would provide you a bit idea about the portal and configuration, how we can configure the iView system admin role, and how we can set up the system. There are some SSLD configuration, there are some single sign-on configuration. So we will try and provide you all those information. I think Venki is going to tell you now how all this will happen.
No, because all the changes which we make in R3 system will reflect in portal only, right? In ESS MSS.
See, there are two things in the portal. EP side, there are two kind of roles. One is definitely to provide you, that is like ESS user and MSS user, where you can see the changes whatever you have done as in reflection. But there are some portal configuration related changes which is done by EP guy. So we will try to provide those changes as well. We will try to provide you those access also. but definitely you will have those access, because then only you can figure it out whatever you are changes into the R3, that how it will reflecting into the portal.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, Srikanth, thanks for attending.
As of now, that's all, Vijay. I don't have any more other questions.
Martin, I will tell you, okay, how to proceed further and about portal access, I will tell you.
Yeah, so that's fine, and it's all from my side. So Venki, you just coordinate or just
Okay, no problem.
tell them to Srikanth and
Okay,
Frank
fine, thank you.
how they can access the
Vijay,
system,
thank-
how they can
Vijay,
access
thank you.
SAP R3 system, how they can access portal system, so they can have more clarity, because that is the major concern of them, that the access of SAP systems and the portal system. Okay.
Yeah. If I didn't pick the call, I will let you know on Monday, Venki, because I'll be traveling today afternoon. So if at all, if I fail to attend your call, then I will call you back on Monday. Thanks, Venki. Thanks, Venki. Thanks, Vijay. Thanks for everything.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks a lot.